Hope y'all having a good morning. All the way from the backwaters of your mind. Put your hands together and welcome. Yo, Mo in the deep end. And Shizzy, Whiz, Nut.
My balls are tingling.
It kills me every time.
My
know,
balls
I
is
love
tingling.
To be fair, I mean, you get on the right moped and it's a life-changing experience.
Better than a washing machine on spin cycle.
Like my wash machine is ever empty for me to get stuck in it. Damn. Large family problems, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. And I thought it would be apropos to, well, cover another animal who tangled with Edison's, mistress of electricity and lost. She is a cruel bitch. She really is. I know this because, and I can tell you all now candidly, one of my children, now I'm not prejudging, but I'm guessing youngest, most feral. Well, someone wanted to make themselves a baked potato. Now, that would be fine if they hadn't put the baked potato covered in foil in our microwave.
Hey, who hasn't done that? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, Mom, it was making this really funny noise and lightning was coming from it.
Uh-huh.
So, and I was like, and did y'all remember that time I said don't put metal in the microwave? They're like, no, we were making baked potatoes. You told us to poke it before you put the foil on so you don't eat little bits of foil and then put the foil on. We helped you. I was like, yes, but those went in the oven. And they're like, but Mom, you told us not to play with the oven. I was like, don't use my parenting against me.
Look, this is why youngest, most feral is my favorite, because I did the same thing once as a kid. I put it in there with the foil on.
I did.
I mean, I do appreciate he was trying to help me because it was rainy yesterday and I was just not functional. So he's like, I was making my own food. And I'm like, I appreciate that. But now we have to go find, because I don't know if you know, but I have a bunch of children and they're all hungry. So we have to get like the industrial size, like the lunch lady edition of the microwave. Like you can defrost a whole Thanksgiving turkey and the sides in this thing.
Is that an industrial range? Oh, it's the microwave. Okay.
Oh.
The looks I got at the beginning of the coof and people were like, are you hoarding? I'm like, no, this is a Tuesday. Because they're like, you've got a lot of bread over there and toilet paper. I was like, no, this is just once a month, you idiots. I've always bought toilet paper in bulk.
Yes.
I got receipts.
Oh my God.
A massive grizzly bear receives a shock of its life when trying to mark its territory. A large grizzly bear that approached a storage shed recently in rural Montana perhaps thought, he could get a back scratch, but he was sent running for cover because it had an electrified fence installed in front of the structure to serve as a deterrent against bears. Okay, I'm just throwing out
worked.
here. If you have to fight bears to go into your shed, maybe a bigger fence. Like, we learned this in Jurassic Park. Electricity goes off. Maybe you need like a moat with gators. Fight bears with gators.
Yes.
Mo for president 2028.
Oh my God.
You're afraid of alligator Alcatraz? Well, have you thought about adding bears? Oh,
Instead of having to worry about the dogs biting you, you have to worry about the Secret Service
my
with the
God.
bears.
Oh my God.
he's like, I'm gonna do it. Oh no. But he didn't even touch it that much. That's a fraidy bear.
Oh my God. That
You never
reminds.
experienced that.
Well, and Nick said something last night that was hilarious. He said, you know what would be if you want to stop people getting on drugs, you just give grizzly bears fentanyl and have them have to go after the grizzly bear to get it. And nobody would buy
Oh
it.
dear.
And I was like,
To be
Cocaine
fair, I
Bear is an
laughed all
awesome
through
movie.
Cocaine Bear. I thought
my
it was
God.
hilarious.
Dude, Cocaine Bear was awesome. That was the greatest movie.
I'm waiting for. Oh my gosh! You know what we do? A
cried.
tribute for Peanut and Fred, Meth Raccoon, and PCP. Squirrel.
Oh God,
And
yes.
Remember, because Jason went to Manhattan. Why not? Fred and Peanut destroy New York.
Although an Argentinian man recently won a legal battle against tech giant Google after being photographed naked in his own yard, then posted on Google Street View for everyone to see. Like, sure, there's a bunch of funsies like that. There are people that knock. Love that.
That's a good way to avoid service.
It is.
Sir, I'm here to arrest you.
I got your warrant. Good luck.
Although the lawsuit filed by the unnamed man only recently ended, the incident goes back to 2017 when Google Street View car passed through Bragado, a small Argentinian town about 200 kilometers from Buenos Aires, right when a local man was out completely naked on his property. The photos taken by the car advanced camera system caught him from behind, showing his derriere in all its glory. Even though the man's face wasn't visible, the very clear street address and captures made him the laughing stock of the town. Sick of putting up with the mockery, the man took to Google to court for violation of his privacy. The lower court dismissed the lawsuit last year, ruling the Argentinian man was responsible for the situation because he was walking in inappropriate conditions in his yard, but on appeal, the court ruled in his favor, arguing that Google had intruded on the plaintiff's private sphere, undermining his dignity. The tech company claimed that the man's fence was too low to protect his nakedness, but an investigation revealed the 6-foot-high wall was tall enough, so the argument was thrown out. No one wants to appear to the world
He
as
used the
God
Tim the
created.
Tool Man defense. Like, look, I Wilson this. Now, there is a little bit of a knot hole, where my schmeckle would be, but that's, I mean, who hasn't, been betrayed by irregular wood patterning? I mean,
Look, if the guy was proud of himself, he wouldn't have contested this.
Well, no,
if he had been doing the helicopter or the elephant, I
Right.
think.
well, I mean, think about this. You have a 6-foot fence, and you think that that's private, and you don't realize that camera on the Google car sits above it by like 3 or 4 feet, and as it's going by, it's getting a shot of your house. Now, I've seen it before where people, and I don't know if they petition Google for it or something like that, but you can have your house blurred out. So that's always a pretty cool thing to
Yeah.
do.
Ooh.
See, I don't think this would have held up in an American court, but I guess in Argentina,
It could have.
no,
I mean-
because you think about privacy issues. If you can see into the backyard, then that's not the same as being inside your house or being in a dressing room. To expect privacy. I mean, you run around naked in your
Right.
backyard, you can't expect privacy. Come on.
Well,
No.
and
You can't expect my children using the telescope they were supposed to be using for astronomy to possibly become spy masters. Yeah, we
Well,
had to have that talk.
When you had that one neighbor.
Well, there's also a
saying.
possibility. There's this big possibility that he reached out to Google and said, "Hey, can you blur this out?" And they might have said or never responded to him because
That's true too.
and it's just like, listen, I'm not asking you to delete everything, just blur that part of it out, please. And Google usually would do something like that. In the United States, they probably would say, hey, this is a little invasive, can you just remove it? But if you're not getting any response, because all right, try this, send an email to Google and see what kind of response you get.
Automated.
You're going to get somebody from India going, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to show this picture to all my friends now.
Dude, how
You're
many
gonna
people
get Steve.
When the address came out, how many people you think went to that address and went to Street View to see if it still pops up?
I would bet you that
I
everyone
mean, if
did.
it happened in my town, not gonna lie, if it happened to me, I'd make a shrine. Like, $25 not to see the boobs that scared you on the internet.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
then of course Google would be like, we blurred them out. This is actually a Ponzi scheme. And I'd be like, shut up. I'm not selling LuLaRoe or essential oils. Let me do my thing.
I'm trying to make some money here, yo.
I know.
Trying to get a little bit of
It's
something.
like, it's either this or bath water. And I'm just not sure how to package that yet.
And then, of course, a teenage girl almost dies after eating only veggies and laxatives for 2 weeks to lose weight.
See, this is why I don't eat what my food eats.
A 16-year-old girl from central China's Hunan province almost lost her life after attempting a dangerous diet of just vegetables and laxatives to lose weight fast. In a desperate attempt to fit into the new birthday dress, the Chinese teenager identified as me.
What?
Shizzy, I knew you wanted to get into
What?
that dress, but laxatives aren't the answer. Have you ever thought of just, well, no, those are also not the answer. But I have heard that Dexatrim and the Jane Fonda did work in the 70s.
Well, yeah. I mean, those those meth drugs is what they were doing. It's like, I don't know. It's this new stuff called methamphetamine. Let me try
Hey,
it.
that Shizzy, as a woman, I can tell you that is the only way you would have gotten me in leggings, then put a leotard on top of that shit, then put leg warmers on top of that bullshit to go do some jazzercise. And then if you are like me and say have had some children, now 6 children does not a strong bladder make, so I can only imagine the absolute chaos that was the women's locker room. Like, help me, I'm stuck. Because Mr. Mo has come in. Women, you can agree with me. There is nothing harder to take off than a sweaty sports bra. And instead of rendering spousal aid, helping me, he usually starts giggling, and or is like, "Ooh, your boob is out."
No. You watch. You stand there in amazement as they are revealed.
Yes.
I speak from experience.
That's what I do. I usually grope a feel. I mean, I don't know.
He does, but then I'm like, "Could you just help me?" He's like, "I thought you were. I wasn't gonna. I didn't want to, make you think. I didn't think you were a strong woman." I'm like, if you don't get over here and shut your mouth, I'm gonna be a accused woman. And we're past the part of the coof where I can play it off like you had a coof related thing. Okay.
Hey,
I've missed my window.
Every time I'm having a discussion with my wife and she takes the bra off, I stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
I just stop talking until they're covered back up again.
Yes. It is a glorious thing. Emergency blood tests showed that Me's blood potassium levels had dropped to dangerous levels, resulting in a condition called something chlamydia or something.
Ew.
If left untreated, the life-threatening condition can cause respiratory failure and sudden cardiac arrest. And this is probably what she ate for 2 weeks right here, and that was it.
Yeah. So, and potassium and electrolytes help carry signals to kind of the electrical components. Now, that would be your brain and your heart. Now, those are kind of important. And your brain will cannibalize the rest of your body because it's kind of a dick. And it's like, hey, I'm the brain here, kind of need me to function. So it will cannibalize other parts of your body to get what it needs. So maybe just eat not like a drunken toddler. Like if you see Tess Holiday eat it, don't eat it.
Yeah.
No, I
Although
think
she's
if she'd
beating her
ate like
battle
a
with
drunken
anorexia really well.
I think if she'd ate like a drunken toddler, she'd have been fine. Chips, ding dongs, all the junk food. She'd have been fine. She'd have never had to go to the hospital.
No.
Or if her mom had said, hey, we'll get you the dress tailored, which I can't imagine, or a bigger dress. Because let's be real, ladies, Asian sizes are, you will never feel like you need to go visit Dr. Now and get cut out of the side of your house and taken away on a flatbed truck. Then when you look at some of these Asian sizings, it's like for US large, 14X.
Well,
It's like...
Oh my God. So I've got like a favorite Chinese place I go to, and I love those people. Love them to death. They know me every time I walk through the door. And there's these two little skinny Asian women that work behind the counter. And they were talking about having to lose weight. And I go, lose weight? And they were like, oh, yes, in our country, we are fat. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
No.
You're tiny.
That's why I refuse to go to Japan, because all I think they're going to be saying behind my back is, look at that fat American.
Oh,
Yep.
American, yes.
Well, and I do have another one for you, but go ahead and show this. This is yours.
Just in a happy thing that this wasn't my child, apparently this child got attacked by an octopus.
What the hell?
Those little suckers will do it, man. With animal, but especially sea animals, and bring him to the aquarium in 2021. And almost 2 weeks where he survived times a week with his obsession. Biology started young because it was always helping him see or touch the octopus. I don't have a lot of pictures or videos, but 3 years ago when we heard our aquarium was getting an octopus, we were there. Like we've been since the day of the octopus.
Holy cow. No, I just want to get to the octopus attack. I don't want to hear you talking. Sorry. No offense. I just want to see your child attacked by an octopus.
Right.
Look, the kid seems to be fine. Where is the video of the octopus?
Yeah. You look like Jesse from Saved by the Bell.
I do. I kind of like, I'm so excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I love that they made it caffeine pills and not, crystal.
Oh my God. He reached in there and the octopus grabbed a hold of him and just crawled up his arm and wouldn't let go.
I know. Is it bad that I'm showing this? Because I'm like, thank God we don't take our kids to the aquarium.
Oh no.
I wouldn't have my kids stick their hand in the octopus tank anyway.
No, this is not Finding Nemo.
Yeah, it is.
Al from Married with Children is not voicing, Hector the octopus. It's just not happening. Stop letting your children touch aminals. It's bad. And octopus. Well, look, so I might not be the best parent, but I have made it clear to my children that, service animals are working. So they don't run up. I remind them it's a service animal, and I say, he's working, you can say hi, but that's it. You don't touch them. They're doing a job. So I might not be the best parent, but that's what I mean in going up and crowding animals and stuff like that, because we always go to Lowe's and they're there. So I try to remind them.
Have you ever seen the video of the diver that was playing around with an octopus while it was, poking it with like a stick and stuff in the... It's hilarious because this diver, he starts fucking around with this octopus. And the octopus, starts crawling up his body. Well, it gets up to his respirator.
Oh.
And it wraps itself around his head and pulls his mask off. And of course, it pulls the respirator and he can't get the respirator back in. So he has to surface. And once he gets up to the surface, he's got this octopus like almost covering his entire face. So he can't even breathe on top of the water. And he's trying to get this thing off. I think it's everybody that screws around with sea life like that deserves that octopus ripping your respirator out. And I hope it hurts.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's no different than you going out in the woods and saying, come here, little pet wolf. Let me touch you.
Yeah,
you're stupid.
Or the idiot assholes in Yellowstone who's like, go touch a bison. I saw Radio Flyer once. They're very wise.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Okay. An octopus attacked a 6-year-old boy at an interactive exhibit at the San Antonio Aquarium. So don't go to San Antonio. The octopi will get you. It's a cartel.
It's a cartel.
According to the mother, who claimed that workers brushed off the incident involving what they call a super playful creature. No, Steve Irwin, it's called an alligator.
Morning, Flux. Flux sighting, Mo.
Howdy, Flux. Woohoo.
She's been hiding.
I do hope that when they take over after we've done whatever we're going to do on the planet, that them and the Twinkies and cockroaches make a better society. I'm banking on that.
A tweaked out cockroach chasing octopus. Octopi. Loving it.
I, for one, welcome our
Mom Brittany
underwater
Taryn
overlord.
went viral on TikTok with claims that an octopus at a petting section of the aquarium. Well, there's your problem. It's in the ocean. God, in fact, made it so we wouldn't touch them. We're not aquatic. Don't touch sea creatures. I feel like this is not news.
I mean, I went swimming with sharks, and I will tell you,
Voluntarily?
yeah, they're fine. Nurse sharks. I mean, and the reason they're called nurse sharks is because they make a sucking sound whenever they eat, because they're scavengers.
That makes no sense, but okay.
That's why they call them nurse sharks, is because whenever they eat, they make this sound. It's pretty disgusting. They sound like little pigs. It's hilarious. But yeah, it was swimming with nurse sharks and tiger sharks, and the first thing that you learn is you don't pet them. They're not they're not those kinds of creatures. You don't touch them, and they usually don't even mess with you. They're not looking for anything to eat. They're just
I
swimming
feel
around.
like God coded the animals like furry, but he did make furry kind of dangerous because some things are friend shaped, but obviously not friends. Like
Yeah.
dog, cat, panther, wolf. It does, but they are like fluffy things. And then you have possums, which are on the helpful but not cuddly list. And then you have the creatures of the sea that have no fur, except for manatees, which are awesome, but you're still not allowed to touch them. But generally, if Shamu has killed a bunch of people at SeaWorld, I think God has permanently put them in the, friend-shaped but probably not friend category. I could be wrong.
I'm wondering if maybe Disney and all these other little cartoon things have really screwed kids up with, saying, look, the chipmunks are cute and they got these cute little faces. And yes, they might be all cute and everything, but they're still a wild animal. And yes, they will bite you. And yes, they do carry diseases. And yes, yes, they are evil little bastards.
And yes, Shizzy has about 100 of them in his freezer.
Hey, that taxidermy project, the entire Star Wars cast, in squirrel taxidermy plus the Gettysburg Address. I mean, who doesn't want to see Squirrel Lincoln?
Hey, he's got enough for all 6 movies. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Mine would look more like a battle.
Like a Civil War reenactment.
Exactly.
And we still need Squirrel Lincoln, so I'm there.
Well, that Squirrel Lincoln was the first one to go.
The octopus started to come out over the glass. My friend and I were not sure what to do. Fire. There's no employees around, so we started yelling for help. Again, I am just glad it wasn't my ass having to help. This octopus is kind of trying to assault. Look, I need a bad touch doll for this octopus. If anyone could come over here.
The aquarium had a no firearms policy, but they looked the other way this time.
Oh my God, I would have gone full Medea. It took 3 workers a total of 5 minutes to wrestle the boy free from the mini kraken, according to the mother. Now, he did suffer deep purple suction cup bruises up and down his arm that spanned from his wrist to armpit. Now, during their previous, visits to the touch tank, okay, if things sound like they could also be in a BDSM club, I don't think we should have them for children. Call me crazy. Like, where are we going to go today? The touch tank. It sounds like someone's in a deprivation tank and you get to touch them. And it
Sounds
just
like something Shizzy keeps in his basement.
A touch tank. Oh my God. I'm just sitting there going, okay, so they purposely put a tank out there that says, reach in and touch this. And then this octopus gave him hickeys all up and down his body.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, you never know if you're going to get an R. Kelly octopus. This was the octopus that they cut out of Finding Nemo 2. He was Touchy the octopus, and it didn't, review well. It didn't test well.
They named the octopus R. Kelly.
Every time you touch it, ink shoots out.
You heard of golden showers. What about ink showers? How old are you? If you're out of middle school, too old for me.
God.
And there was the line.
Remember, that was Mo. It wasn't Shizzy or me.
That's what I don't get, you guys. I am the biggest misogynist, irreverent, and then people come up at Baker and Valhalla on stream like, did you hear what they said about women? And I'm like, wait a minute, please let it be me. I'm waiting for my, video like, Mo is an internalized misogynist, because I would repeal the 19th now.
Well,
no qualms.
You just need to let your opinions be a little more known, Mo. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
True.
And you
True.
could win the award.
Waiting for, what is it? Media Matters to cover me. Thank you, Dan David.
Right?
Did anyone tell this kid not to play with your food? Apparently not. You know what? I would have just said, okay, this is going to be, Kung Pao Octopus in about 5 minutes. I'm not going to have to buy anything for the stir fry, so y'all better come get this or it's going home as dinner.
You come back, sit on a bench in front of the octopus tank eating calamari. That's savage.
Yes. Like it's a vendetta now. He grows up to be one of those YouTubers that streams their food and eats the live animals.
For the umbrella to prep random showers.
For the umbrella to... Thank you.
See, that's considerate.
It is. See, we have the best chat ever, making sure I can have my adult-themed petting zoo. Okay,
does it have a touch tank?
Backing, yes, but funner. If anyone wants to invest in Mo's adult petting zoo,
The only thing is you're going to have to rename it something else because they're going to think that you have adults there to pet.
It sounds like a strip club.
it is. That's what I call strip clubs now. They're adult petting zoos.
Because they are. They ought to have a strip club named the petting zoo.
Yes.
Although
my
you're not
God.
allowed to touch them. Allegedly.
Allegedly. The petting zoo allegedly in Minecraft. That's what it's going to be.
There's still no sex in the champagne room.
No, instead of a champagne room, I just have private, corrals.
Private corral.
Is this going to be
Come
outside
on, if
of
we're
Vegas?
going with the
Oh
theme,
my God.
we're going...
Oh my God. I can imagine the whole damn thing set up like a barn. Like the stage has like a wood fence around it, like a pen.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. You know, my favorite movie with Dolly Parton is The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Yes,
it's going to
love
be
that
Mo's Little Petting Zoo, the best little petting zoo in Tennessee.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm going to move.
No, you could just do it outside of Vegas. There's Vegas Rick. He's got a new project. He could turn it into a franchise, the petting zoo.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. And then it would really horrify my mom because she still does those Christmas things where she tries to tell people like all the good things that she doesn't quite understand that are going on in our lives, but in a positive note, like, and Mo, she's really doing well with her little hobby internet thing. And she's become an entrepreneur and is helping young women get a new start in their life and monetize things. And I'd like to say that most of the women are not topless, but God didn't say nothing about tatas that I remember, so I think we're okay.
Mo's going to start writing her own submissions to her mother for the Christmas cards. Like, here, Mom, just put this in here. Just put this.
Mo's semi-profitable hobby thing that I don't quite get. She's still doing it, and I guess she sort of has friends. I think she went outside to meet them, so I think they do exist.
Those more petting zoo.
Look, you're allowed 2 pats and a little bit of a side swipe, but that's about all. We like to take care of our fillies here. Now, I'm not going to have anyone...
That's not where you swipe your credit card.
Not our prison pocket. We have a point of sale thing. We do have Square, you idiot. Hey, as long as I get to walk around in a corset and one of those dresses like Dolly did, I like it would look like Liberace threw up in there. Not gonna lie. Like, as I said, I love
Well,
little.
you're saying it's full of semen.
No, it's gonna be covered in crystal. But probably because you know where you put a strip club is right next to a base. So we're gonna have seamen and privates and all of the E4 mafia. We're gonna have them there. I mean, you're not gonna see them. They will just come out of the cracks right before getting a tattoo and pawning the engagement ring that they were gonna give Chastity because they found out she does give full champagne
massages.
rides.
I'm picturing it now for FNL Halloween. Mo gets a Dolly Parton wig and is wearing the corset and everything. She's just like a madam of Mo's petting zoo.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's either that or Justin Bieber. So
No difference.
not really.
Well,
If you aren't terrified now, and if you didn't want to call Final Form Jesus before this, we've got a story. Look, y'all need to start praying because I am not even ready to go to purgatory yet. Like, I still have a lot of hate in my heart, which I do monetize and look up my Sarah Boone stream and unapologetic, self-promotion. But let's go to this one because it's scary, y'all.
Ye keep its grove, thou glowing shrine of thirst traps, scams, and dollar signs. We chant in tones both grim and low, for virtue fled a long time ago. Kyrie eleison, Christe descendat, Final Form Jesus return in wrath. With six-pack listening, sword in hand, he cometh swift to cleanse the land.
Radioactive wasps. Now, again, I have read the Revelations and I don't remember anything about radioactive wasps, but I'm wondering if it's one of them books that the Mormons have that I haven't read yet.
it's one of the lost pages.
Pretty much. I'm wondering if Lori has a point. Like, did I miss like the second arc and radioactive wasps?
Oh my gosh. I love it.
A terrifying discovery was made at a nuclear facility in South Carolina. Radioactive wasps, as if those motherfuckers need more attack variants. Like, oh no, it's just a wasp. My kids go nuts, hit each other trying to slap it off. Someone gets stung. I have to deal with them.
Got like
Now
10
let's make them
legs.
radioactive.
It's got like 10 legs and
Radiological control operations found a wasp nest on a post close to the tank at the Savannah River site in Aiken, according to a report from the U.S. Department of Energy. Now, the wasp nest was sprayed to kill the wasps and then bagged as radioactive waste. Now, after probing the nest, they found that it was 100,000 DPM, a moderately high radiation level. Great. So now we have radioactive wasps because there's another nest somewhere.
wait till you get stung by the damn thing.
All we need is a possum to make a nest close to this. Then we have radioactive possums. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Mo for President 2028. No radioactive possums. I just will not allow this.
Well, there's probably some up here.
To be fair, I live in Indiana. It's not like we aren't destroying the world with high fructose corn syrup, so I can't really throw stones.
I'm not far from
That being
Oak
said-
Ridge. You know where they built all the bombs?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Guarantee
look,
there's a radioactive possum around here.
Now, the discovery was made just before 2 p.m. on July 13th. Oh, they didn't get their Independence Day? That kind of sucks for the wasps. Like, think of all the picnics that they were going to go radiate. Now, the delay in reporting was to allow time for the government to lie about whatever they found. I mean, to review previous wildlife contamination for consistency in reporting criteria. Now, the nest is viewed as an on-site legacy radioactive contamination and not connected to loss of control when it comes to contamination. Okay, hey, smart people, just a question here from, a person who barely passed chemistrology. Could you possibly make it so critters don't like get next to the, I guess, good levels of radiation leak? Could we try an electric fence or one of them bug zappers? I've got a bug zapper. It seems to work just fine.
You put a bug
Isn't there
zapper.
Isn't there a pest control company that could come around and just kind of spray?
Oh no, I
For
like the
Minex.
bug zapper idea. That's even better because
Oh, it
there's
is.
nothing like having a radioactive wasp hit it, and it's like a nuclear bomb.
The damn thing would blow it. Yeah. The whole reactor would go up.
Now, the finding didn't impact any of the other operations in the 310 square mile facility. Now, the site was constructed in 1950. Okay, how many radioactive wasps have they not captured? Because I
Yeah.
love that we're telling about this nest, but what happened to the other nests that you never found?
Hey, we just found this. Never mind the fact there's like 10 others.
Yeah, because I know the government, and not to point fingers at no one, because I'm no Sarah Boone, but they like to do 10% of a half-assed job, and I'm just kind of wondering, like, where that puts our chances of survival. Because I guess everyone brush up on Resident Evil and Fallout.
Yeah. If you're in California, you're screwed.
Now, I don't know about this one. I am going to try it with Mr. Mo, but I don't know if a Hath Nelson is going to be helpful. A woman's armpit BO can be relaxing for men, but only in these circumstances. Now,
Who'd they interview?
Oh,
Napoleon?
call me crazy because, Mr. Mo and I may not have time for all of the armpit sniffing pregame, before the marital fun time, but this has never been in my repertoire ever.
No.
Not at one.
Can't say I've ever
Oh, it's
done
out of
this.
Japan. Well, this makes kind of sense.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
That-
Max
that
Murrah,
is it.
we need to talk to you. I have some armpit questions.
He has answered.
It'll be a 13-part stream of us explaining it. Me and Max Murrah wouldn't get on, and it'd be squirrels forever. We'd get on like 9 shades of nothing and just continue.
10 days later.
Pretty much.
2 weeks
It's not
later.
just love in the air. In a shocking new study out of Japan, again, the jokes just write themselves. Scientists have had men smell women's armpits. Okay, who got their fetish monetized? And how do I get my fetish monetized? I'd like to get some government money to study bullshit.
I think it's more about getting the side boob. They're just like, yeah, just go ahead and lift up your arm. No, a little higher. Can you move it to the right a little bit? Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay, perfect.
Now, they discovered that body odor could subtly sway male behavior. I found boobs are good and not subtle.
Yeah.
Like, why, do a little armpit flash when a whole boob flash will get me what I
Yeah.
want?
Boobs are much more effective.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure if I went, officer, I wasn't really speeding, was I? I would get 5150'd, whereas in my past, or in my only time I was ever pulled over, I simply kind of spazzed out and told him that I was running away from the mall and I don't like people, but my daughters, I have 3 daughters and it's back to school, so I had to go and spend money on stupid crop tops instead of getting a full t-shirt. And I think by this time he realized I just wasn't going to shut up talking. He's like, I'll give you a warning. That
So
being
that's the
said,
key. Just keep talking.
that being said, if the rack of justice doesn't work, I'm going to try the armpit of acquittal. Now, the effect only kicked in certain times of the month. Jesus Christ.
What, when they're ovulating?
Men found it more appealing, and women's faces suddenly looked a whole lot cuter to the guys doing the sniffing. Okay.
What?
Now, previous research has shown that women's changes in body odors are kind of affected by their hormones and do seem to be affected by like peak fertility. But the chemical compound responsible for turning sweat into subtle signals has remained a mystery until now. Oh God, they studied women's armpits to the extent that they have now isolated the armpit stench.
Yeah.
Now, using high-tech chemical analysis, researchers at the University of Tokyo pinpointed 3 body odor compounds that fluctuate through the cycle and peak through ovulation. So next time I'm feeling really bitchy and Mr. Mo doesn't understand me, I just go, get a whiff of this. I must be fertile or something. Come on now, calm down.
No, you would. I don't think you would be bitchy during that point.
You'd be surprised at what my hormones seem to have: anxiety, bitchy, and depressed. They don't seem to have very many fluctuations of those main shades. You'd think I'd get like happiness and like the Grinch, my faith in humanity would grow around ovulation when I'm supposed to be anticipating like possibly making a new life. No, it's usually like, oh my God, people are so stupid.
What's that smell? Place. Oh, that's just my armpits. No, that's a yeast infection.
Also, could my body produce, hormones and smells that calm my ass down during this hormonal assault on myself?
Oh no. No.
I don't know, men. I'm not talking. God, I love you, but here's the thought: like, something that calms us the hell down that isn't dark chocolate that we can produce on our own self, so we don't, kill the men that you want us to live with. Just thought.
Though,
because I did the math.
Attempted unaliving, does happen quite a bit.
I mean, I often think like this is the start of my Snopped episode. Just right here, this right cheer is the start. And then I'm like,
wondering how I got
Baxter here. Bernie able to play me still? I don't know, but we'll see. Her Judith Light. I've already got the lifetime story. So apparently it's a subtle way that men and women can, signal that they're ready to make a baby. Now, I don't particularly recommend not wearing, body odor decreasers like deodorant. That is in fact going to be illegal. And again, public service announcement: patchouli oil is not deodorant. It's not.
No.
No.
And it just combines with that foot funk and fried Dorito smell. So that will always be a no. In fact, we will have re-education personal hygiene camps.
Yes.
Oh, you must work in a record store.
Pretty much.
Yes.
You try to go there, get the limited edition Counting Crows, live performance, and you're like, I would like, look, I'm trying to breathe through my mouth, and I'm kind of tasting your funk. If you could just
listen, do you have a space outside where I can air out after my purchase?
Pretty much.
I don't want to carry this in my car.
So in conclusion, still wear deodorant, and for science will start making Mr. Mo snuff my armpits to see if the armpit of acquittal is even a thing, because this for science I must know. Like, how much did you spend on that Sailor Moon thing? Come here, let me just
no women, a light hint of perfume works wonders over the body odor study that we've seen here. Now, there are some women who wear perfume and some that marinate in it. You do not need to marinate in your perfume.
You are not fried chicken, sweetheart.
No.
You don't need to, and you don't need to layer your scents. You don't, like a good old, just regular body lotion. We don't need to have like all of the Victoria's Secrets.
No.
And here's the thing. Just because you wear more perfume doesn't mean you've covered up the smell of the smoke.
Yes.
Just saying.
This is hilarious.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes, well, They're green.
Claiming the frog has great genes.
I love it.
I honestly, I have never gone off on a group of people like I did for the people that are irritated about that. I was like, go outside, get a hobby. I don't care. And I understand I'm a hypocrite saying this from a video, but I didn't make 27 crying TikToks about how Sydney Sweeney is, related to Mr. Hankety Clankety. Okay. So let's be real. Stop.
And I'm sorry, but I know that a lot of you that have complained about that video are ugly, but beauty sells products. It's a fact.
Well, and also that commercial is not any different than what Brooke Shields did back in the 70s.
Right.
Like
It's
Brooke
not
Shields-
like she's stripping.
No.
I'm sorry. If you have a problem with, homonyms, wait till they start using onomatopoeias in advertising. Stop being morons. Not everything is a fascist dog whistle. Actually, people mostly don't really think about things beyond Sydney Sweeney's boobs. So,
Yeah. I know I don't.
I mean,
A 38
I don't think I've ever seen a movie with her in it.
A 38-year-old woman, after a long-term romantic relationship with her partner came to an end, she preferred to remain anonymous, decided it was time for a fresh start, and moved out of their shared apartment in Melbourne. She spent 2 months living in an Airbnb, which proved very costly. And when she started looking for an apartment she could actually afford, she found the places that were not very enticing. But when she visited her aunt at a retirement village and told her that she was looking for a place, the old woman said, "Hell yeah, why don't you try an apartment that just opened up in the village?" Her relatively young age wouldn't be a problem, the woman's aunt said, so she decided to fill up the paperwork and give the retirement home a chance. It turned out to be the best decision ever. I've been living in the retirement village for a little over a year. Well, I've stopped considering it my stepping stone to a better place. I see now it is my home. The Australian woman told Business Insider she never fell out of place in living around people who were not in a rush to live life or consumed by tech. It's been great for my mental health. It's kind of a haven. For one thing, the
Oh my
two-bedroom
God.
apartment at the
This will
retirement
be
village.
great. So we
color
take
her
all of our
loofahs.
stupid, Gen, what is it, Zers now? Alpha? Hell, I don't
Put them in
know.
retirement homes.
Yeah, and then they learn how to do real life stuff like write a check, and sew and make a potato cannon.
I had this lady in front of me in the grocery store the other day, and she was like, "This is gonna be a while. I gotta write a check." I was like, "Sweetheart, you take as long as you need to. I'm in no rush." She was just like, "Oh, you're so sweet."
Aw,
She was
Shizzy
adorable.
being a gentleman.
As opposed to the people that get up there and go, I don't know why my card doesn't work. I know why. You're out of money, bitch.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Oh
on
no,
a
mine
regular.
doesn't work because I don't trust the little tappity tap thing, so I never hold it there the right way. And then they look at me like I'm special needs, and they're like, "There you go."
Although most people ask her if she doesn't find living in a retirement village boring, then the 38-year-old woman said that she considers it therapeutic. She wakes up to the faint oldies but goodies of her neighbors, the smell of diapers, enjoys a cup of coffee, reads a newspaper that's 2 years old and was probably stored in someone's house since the 40s, and usually takes a short walk in the morning. She takes chair yoga classes, looks like a stripper, does some crying, cycling, plays bingo every Wednesday, even manages to get some freelance work done. In the evening, she walks to the nearby grocery for dinner, bakes, or sits on the porch and goes down memory lane in unending conversations. My new home has reshaped my life ambitions and the way I view aging. I found immense peace here, and it's my definition of a wonderful life. It's comforting to know that Bob and Joe and Tim and Fred, they all think that I'm the youngest, hottest thing on the block. And
Because you are the youngest.
yes, as
Not
I've
to
learned from those
mention,
around me.
there's always apartments opening up, so her friends can come and join her.
Some people laugh it off. And her family thinks she's too young to live in a retirement home, but she says, but I get all the sex without any of the ties. Interestingly, this kind of experience is unique. Just last year, we wrote about another 38-year-old woman in who China was so exhausted by her daily life, she decided to take refuge in a retirement home for a while. She was just as delighted by the experience and didn't want to go back to her old life.
Can you imagine her bringing her Tinder date back there?
No. No,
Oh
I
my
don't
God. Can you imagine
any of it.
all
How
the
old
roles
are you
could be
really?
added to if you showed some older men some attention? Not that I'm encouraging that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm just like, lady, this is not how you live life.
And
All right.
unlike most of the men you've probably been around, those older men can actually do things.
Uh-huh.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Now, all of us fluffy kids rejoice. Semi-fluffy kids, super fluffy kids. Those of us in the Church of High Fructose Corn Syrup, the two giants, the big boys, have teamed up. Yes, Oreos and Reese's. It's going down for real, guys. It's really happening. Wilford Brimley is in the sidelines to sell you pocket catheters and deal with your diabetes, though, after this.
Diabetes.
So, despite being owned by two different companies, the two beloved brands are blending their iconic flavors for not one, but two new products. Yes, America, the fluffiest nation in the world, the people that continue to steal my carts as I handy capable to buy one more thing of Mountain Dew and Oreos. Now Reese's and Oreos are together. So make sure to take your grabbers, because when you're on that little rascal, they generally hide the Oreos, the new flavors, up top. So take your little grabber and you're going to put them in your cart. Now, I'm not against junk food. Don't get me wrong. I've eaten my fair share of it, but maybe America, we could take a little step back. So you can try them, but not in bulk. Let's be a little bit responsible.
I have to admit, probably after this show, I will go try one of these.
Okay, so fans have been
I'm curious.
making Reese's stuffed Oreos and Oreo stuffed Reese's for years by doing it themselves, but now they're going to be having Reese's cream in the Oreo and these Oreo pieces inside of a Reese cup. So
I'm just, okay. Why not just take your Oreo and put some peanut butter on it? It's a peanut butter cookie with chocolate cake.
why not just get a Nutter Butter and dip it in chocolate?
Ooh, that'd be so much better.
Look, Nutter Butters are my weakness. I am not going to lie. You get some Nutter Butters or a Nutty Buddy in my house, it is gone. I turn into, freaking like Gollum from, the screen, like, my precious. And then I hear, and then I go and I look in my snack drawer and the youngest, most feral has stolen all but one.
What's bad is when you take the little protein bars that are low sugar, and then you dip that sumbitch in a jar of peanut butter. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. A man has been arrested for impersonating ambassador of made-up nations.
Oh, I love this
I
story.
saw this. This is awesome. And why didn't we do this? Because I have some
know.
countries.
I know. We've all dreamed of working in exotic countries like Landonia, West Arctica, Saborga, or Peluvia. Unfortunately, you're not the only one. An Indian scammer, go figure, managed to defraud dozens of individuals and companies by posing as an ambassador of made-up
A scammer
micronations.
from the continent of and country of India?
Yeah.
My
name was
shock.
Bob.
I've never even heard of this happening. Now, did he ask for Walgreens cards or CVS cards?
Lowe's.
Home Depot.
Home Depot. Promising employment and lucrative business deals in exchange for hefty fees. I'm not even going to try to say Jane's name, but he had set up a fake
I was
embassy.
like someone foreign.
Embassy and left.
Someone for it.
Look, that name. Look, my brain doesn't even do hooked on phonics on normal words from America, and then I'm going to try to say someone's name and not be an asshole and pronounce it.
We'll just call him Hash Kardashian. How's that?
That makes sense.
Hash Kardashian had set up a fake embassy, a lavish bungalow in Gazabadabad's upscale and something area, where he presented himself as a wealthy, well-connected diplomat using fake documents, forged car plates, and made up foreign tricks to his victims. The 47-year-old suspect was arrested by a special task force in the Uttar Pradesh police on Tuesday, and his fake embassy in Ghaziabad was raided. Authorities recovered 4 cars with fake diplomatic number plates, 4 diplomatic passports of 12 micronations, forged stamps for 34 different nations, RKRS 44 lock, just a bunch of money, and a collection of luxury watches. According to senior police officer Sushi Gul, was Uttar Pradesh's state special task force. Jane is suspected of money laundering through shell companies in countries such as UK and African nations. It's unclear how long Hash Kardashian, Jane's fake embassy had been operating before it closed down, but the police sources say that he has brazenly hoisted the flags of fake micronations like Ladonia, West Arctica, or Seborga outside his rented bungalow to make them seem genuine to people less familiar with international geography. He also parked luxury cars outside his embassy for added effect. This is far from the world's first one.
Does this mean that my position as lead anchor for West Arctica Morning News was fake and I shouldn't have sent those CVS cards? I thought it was weird when I had to pay to work for someone, but they said that it would be very lucrative and we had sponsored with BetterHelp.
But they can get you a passport in and out of their country.
And I don't need to go to the DMV and get one of them stars on my ID. That was the big selling point, not gonna lie.
You like the little star on your
Okay, well, Shizzy, here's my problem with the star on the ID. Okay, now follow me with this one, because I know it might be a bit Dale Gribble. But I went to the government about 13 years ago and asked if I could marry someone, which shouldn't be in the government's purview whatsoever. Right. But I did get their piece of paper and, signed it, so they know that I'm married. Now, the DMV is asking for my marriage license, but they are the government. And I went to the government to go get the marriage license. So in principle, these assholes have it on their file. They got a file on me anyway. I don't care. They should be able to do it themselves without me going in and getting out of my house. And
this kind of stuff happens all the time, because there was a fake U.S. embassy in Ghana that operated for a full decade before being shut down. And it might have been because they drink Kool-Aid.
Well, Hey, you take out one senator, people don't ever let you live it down.
Oh my God.
Details.
I mean, the Kennedys, you got Lake Chappaquiddick. Not one person says anything until the douchebag is dead. You take out one senator and you try to give people Kool-Aid. They make a bunch of documentaries. It is sad that he is the most famous person that came out of Indiana, true crime-wise.
Well, and we were talking about this earlier, and so I have to share this with you.
Oh my God.
It's okay. Ow! Ow! Hit me! What the fuck?
Give me another frisbee. What?
Ow, you little fuck!
That is the appropriate reaction. This man is...
Oh, you little...
Oh no, youngest...
Ah! Fuck off!
Pigeon laughing out there.
The pizza guy!
Hey, fucker, get off me! Let me save you!
Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here!
Oh no, elderly man down.
You cocksucker!
Agreed.
Can confirm all rodents. Speaking of snapped episodes, I don't know who needs to hear this because I didn't think anyone needed to hear this, but apparently someone does. A bride was furious after the groom invited his parents to crash the honeymoon. That's not a red flag, sweetheart. That is a red billboard. That is a red dawn. no.
That's not a
Now,
red
friends-
flag. That's a red alert.
Friends are calling it a red flag. He isn't mature enough to be married. She's already said I do, but the groom's mommy and daddy are joining them. After swapping rings, the cherry on top of most holy matrimonies is a hot honeymoon. One day I will have this. See, Mr. Mo and I, there is a little secret. Like if you marry with blended family, you generally don't get a honeymoon. Now, one day I will. I'm not sure if it'll be with Mr. Mo, but well, I'm thinking about 20 years from now. Life will slow down a bit and I can go on a honeymoon with youngest most feral being either watched by his adult caretaker or parole officer. I'm hoping he's kind of like Elon Musk, so he'll just have assistants to help him.
One day, Mo and Mr. Mo are just going to leave, and youngest most feral's going to be left all by himself. With a note on the kitchen counter that says, "Figure it out, kid."
Okay, so here's the story. We're getting married in November on a property that my fiance and his sisters and parents own. Said the distressed, bride-to-be, 22, in Reddit's anonymous "Am I the Asshole" community. I mean, I love those because I delve for those to feel better about myself, but maybe just ask your friends. Like, don't put it on the internet because I'm going to steal it and use it for videos.
I was going to say, I need content, so.
Yeah. Everyone is leaving the day after the wedding so we can honeymoon there for a week. That is, everyone except his parents. Now, while Gen Z admittedly loves, the bride loves her future mother and father-in-law who live on the 40-acre property, she and the groom also call it home, and she's not too keen on them cramping her style during their go somewhere else.
Go on a honeymoon.
Yeah, here's the thing. Go anywhere. Go to a not so fancy hotel. There are ways you can get away. You can go, to a camping ground, rent a trailer. You can go rent a cabin. You can get an Airbnb for a weekend. I mean, it's not like you're going to be going outside for reals. So you might want to leave a tip for the Airbnb for new sheets. That's all I'm throwing out there.
Right.
Be a kind and courteous guest. But don't stay on the property. You're setting yourself up for failure. Also, make sure to cut the umbilical cord on your husband. That could be helpful.
Yeah.
Now, her objection isn't rooted in bridezilla behavior. It's instead about setting boundaries. Yeah, seriously. Like, I don't know. Again, I didn't think this would be a problem. Because I am confused, having never been on an official honeymoon, but you usually just stay in the room, right?
Yeah.
Well, depends on what you do. But yeah.
Well, and I mean, and that's sort of the thing is, like my wife and I, on our honeymoon, we went to a resort and they advertised it as a couples only. Okay.
Ooh.
Which was really, really cool because, we get on the plane and we're also a little bit older than most of the people that were there, and everyone was going to Sandals. Okay.
Yes.
And we're going to a couples resort. It probably costs $10 or $20 more per day at this resort. We had the option of like a plunge pool, which was right out your back door. We had a beautiful beach view. We could hear that there were people around, but we were secluded enough in our own little private cottage, and every morning and every evening we would have breakfast, dinner, and sometimes if we were there, we would do lunch. But, and it was, you had to pay for your dinner, whatever, no biggie deal. And so we just got to sit at a table where it was just the two of us. The tables were set up with 2 chairs. That's it. Just 2 chairs there. Nice table, 2 chairs,
Ooh.
really good staff, just really relaxing the whole time. And
Yeah,
we were chilled like the whole time. We get back on the plane with these fresh, brand new, they're still, and they hated each other. They were just like, they were so ready to go home. And because what it was is they went, and instead of enjoying each other's company, they went and enjoyed being at the party scene. They were on vacation.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
they were enjoying life to its fullest. And sometimes the fullest meant that, you know, they were getting involved with, you know, their next door neighbor and maybe, you know, doing hot tub clubs and crap like that. And, you know,
If the Pope can't do it, the law Pope can't do it and can't handle that mess, stay away from it.
well, and it just turned into like a drinking binge. And, you know, she might be sitting there going, why aren't you giving me none? And he's going, I can't, I got whiskey dick. You know, and so they were just angry at each other, and they looked tired and haggard, more so than whenever they left. Because we would see this, we saw the same people as we were leaving and coming. This is a small island, you know, it's the plane leaves once a day. And, you know, we're coming back, and my wife and I are just like, I can't wait to go back. And the other ones are like, I can't wait to get home.
Yeah, there's a difference between, like, that sounds like a great thing. Like, romance in my life right now is Mr. Mo, because yesterday was not great. It was rainy all day. It was cruddy. And so we were supposed to have date night. And I was like, well, we could sit in my room if you get, you know, Burger King or something. And then we'll sit in my room and watch, you know, a video on YouTube. Now, the problem is that when I do finally get comfortable on a really bad day, you have about 5 minutes before I am comatose. So I may not have been finished with my Whopper. Now, this presents Mr. Mo with two life-threatening choices. Now, he wakes me up and takes the Whopper from me, and I might still be hungry and yell at him. It is kind of a Steve Irwin sort of thing.
Right,
Because,
right.
you know, he's like, here's this Sheila. She's kind of ready to sleep, but I need to take the Whopper away from her because she's, you know, it's on the bed and crumbs and such.
Right.
So he keeps trying to say, like, babe, you're falling asleep. How about I take your... I'm like, I am still eating. I am not even falling asleep. Why are you always accusing me of things? I plead the fifth.
This conversation sounds familiar to me. Never mind.
And so then, you know, apparently I keep falling asleep. So finally he just took the hamburger from me, and apparently I didn't notice. So it was kind of like an Indiana Jones thing. Like he put a pillow in my hand instead.
Yes.
You wake up, you're holding a monkey idol. What is
Yeah,
this?
pretty much. I felt bad for him because it was supposed to be our date night. He's like, nah, you got comfortable. You fell asleep. It's fine. I was able to, you know, take your burger away without getting a fork stab. So works. Well, I mean, look at history. It is like George Lucas said, it doesn't repeat, but it rhymes.
Oh, Jesus.
Jersey Shore star Nicole Snooki, whatever her last name is, I'd like to mark myself as damn unicorn among Genlennials. I have never seen an episode of The Osbournes. I have never seen an episode of The Kardashians, and I did not watch Jersey Shores. I am a GD unicorn.
Okay.
Changed my mind.
I
I
watched
haven't
a
either.
lot of Jersey Shore. I love The Osbournes. It was actually a good show.
I couldn't ever
Now,
understand.
now
I
the
would watch clips
Kardashians,
and
no.
and I couldn't understand what Ozzy was saying, and even the closed captions. I don't know about y'all, but I love me some Swamp People, like where they go catch the gators.
Yes.
But my favorite part is where the closed caption is like, "Do what now?"
Question marks at the bottom.
Whatever. It's like, I went out there and them thing and there that it is, and you know, and what a veep, and you're like, do what now?
Like, what
We'll go
exactly?
get them and we'll go date anywhere. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Huh? What?
They would have on, you know, because they would have on a couple people that weren't like the main cast, and they were as Cajun as could be, and you couldn't understand a damn word they said, but they were awesome.
and I love them because they're like my kind of rednecks. But
Yeah.
I realize that I can't move there because I look, I try to understand everyone's musical interest, but Zydeco fucking kills me. I can't do it. I don't like it. It is just like jazz. Have a fucking end to your song. I can't. It irritates me because I'm like, okay, 15 minutes into Freebird, Like, all right.
No, it's
Can we
only
be done
30.
yet?
It's only the long version is only 13 minutes and 40 seconds.
Well, I do enjoy that, oh gosh, Leonard Skinner decided to get every single one of their girlfriends on stage to do the tambourine. That was impressive.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what time it is.
I need to go back to normal screen.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. So let's see what we got here. We've got Balmain, Dolce and Gabbana, Robert Cavalli, Fendi, and Givenchy. Or Givenchy or something. I don't know.
Givenchy.
So what do we got here? Who was tampering with evidence? Who do you think did that?
I'm going to say white t-shirt. He looks like he was trying to put something in his prison wallet earlier. He's
Yeah.
got that shocked look like, oh, this is how that feels. I thought I was going to be able to smuggle more stuff. Like, this is uncomfortable.
I was going to say domestic assault on him just because, he looks like the kind of guy that would, attack his partner.
But they all kind of do. That's the...
No, see the other ones, they sort of look like, I don't care. Like the first one, you look at me, he's just like, whatever, shut up, woman. The other guy, he's just sort of like,
You know what? I changed my mind. I think second guy tampered with evidence because he's looking like, you can't get me. I tampered with it. Like, you're not going to take me
He's
down.
smart. He's wearing glasses.
Yeah. He factory reset his phone. It's like,
so I'm thinking domestic assault right there. That's the one I think.
okay. I think contempt of court, first one, do you think?
Yeah, I
'Cause
agree.
he looks like he has a bit of an attitude. It's between the first and the fourth one for contempt of court for me.
Retail theft. I'm going to say
it's Fendi. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Misuse of the 911 system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't? I mean, your cable goes out, the internet's out, your kids are screaming.
All right, here we go. Not a
None of them.
none of them. You were right.
He
Tampering
was
with,
tampering with evidence.
Damn it. Mo was right.
See,
Contempt of court, retail theft was the one in the middle. Domestic assault was Dolce and Gabbana. Misuse of the 911 system was the first guy.
Damn
it.
We were
I know,
so
but
close.
I kind of want to know what the misuse of the 911 system like.
I do too. Like, what was he doing? He was just like, "Hey, can you guys?"
Is he
bring me a
related to
pizza?"
the chicken nuggets woman who was complaining about her chicken nuggets in the parking lot of the McDonald's?
Oh God!
Called 911.
It
To
could
be
have been.
fair, I do, when I am president, it will be a presidential decree, an executive order that these bastards, unless you take advantage, like more than 5, I say you're gaming the system. But we get extra sauces and you don't get to charge us.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, look, Hidden Valley Ranch, you need a couple of them for them tater tot things if you order them in the morning.
Hey,
And they're like, that'll
I'll
be
tell
an
you
extra
what.
50 cents.
When McDonald's stops over frying the damn chicken nuggets where you need like a whole bucket of sauce in order to make them tender and juicy, then we can talk. But until then, I need plenty of sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's they are pretty.
Okay, here's my problem. You want $15 an hour, and I know I've made this point many times, but you continue to ask me when I have clearly said I would like a hamburger. Would you like cheese on that? And I would have demonstrated my need for cheese had I said cheeseburger. But no, I said hamburger. So no. No, I don't. I will continue to vote no on increases to McDonald's wages until I stop getting asked that question.
What I love is when you pull up and they say, "Can I take your order?" You clearly and plainly give them the order. And then they ask for the order again because they weren't paying attention the first time.
Well, I like
That
it
annoys
when
the
you're-
crap out of me.
What annoys me is when, because I don't really like to be a butthole because I worked in fast food, I worked in retail, so I understand, when you're busy, like it's going to take a minute to come up. But then if I've been waiting like 2-3 minutes and you haven't said, hey, I'm busy. So I say, excuse me, hello. And they're like, y'all are going to have to wait a minute. I'm like,
You should have said that from the jump.
yeah, because I don't want to be a butthole. I've worked in retail. I'm never out to get anyone in trouble. But I am, not going to deal with you being, terrible at your job.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm
There's
terrible
something
at
I
this
gotta-
job sometimes.
You're at this job because you had no skills.
There's something I got to show you if I can find it. Yep. This is something. This is something just for you.
Oh,
Oh,
God!
wait, sorry. I have great genes. I'm a Catholic. Have you repented today?
I feel like I need to go to confession, and I'm not even Catholic.
I feel like Shizzy
Jeez.
needs to
I've
send me
seen the
that so I
devil.
can send it to Mr. Mo at random times.
I'll send it to you so
That's
you can just send it
awful.
to him. It says, and you can put a little caption under there that says, I have great genes.
No, I'm just
If
gonna
my
put
wife ever
thinking of
sent me
you.
that, I would block her on my phone.
I send Mr. Mo that swimsuit shot of Nancy. I did it more when he was at work because his phone would show the photo.
There you go. I put
And
it.
he's
I put
like,
it in
"Why
private
the
chat.
fuck do you keep sending me this?" And I
It's
was
a
like,
link to it.
I was like, because it shows up on your phone and I want people to laugh. And he's like, no, it's not funny. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. And I'm afraid my wiener is never going to work again.
And Mo says, I'll take care of that for you.
And I was like, that's okay. I have a bag of them that are battery operated. So if you still take out the trash, this is a functional marriage. And he's like, would you stop with that? Because
Trash strike, here we come.
well, now he's retired, so I can't send it to him. And he's actually doing functional stuff for me. So I don't want to sidetrack him. I am selfish. Look.
Oh, oh my gosh. This is gonna be a fun day. You know that, Mo? It's gonna
It
be a fun day.
is. I know. I'm going to get a new microwave and energy drinks. And I'm going to remind Expert that I can come on for at least a little bit if he sends a link.
Good
I'll
luck.
I'll make sure he does.
Yeah,
I'll make sure
well.
he does. If he doesn't, I'll take care of you. Don't worry.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Shizzy, are you going to tell him this is our inaugural over on Shizzy's stream, and I will be, the chat will redirect you. You guys obviously don't have to stare at a blank screen for 11 hours.
But you could watch
But
the video. There is an intro video.
Shizzy's better at this than me, so he has an intro and such.
Oh, he's on. No, he's not. It's one of his stupid intro videos.
It's awesome. I love that. I love that song. It just puts a smile on my face. I showed that to my brother-in-law, and he just laughed his ass off. He was like, "What the hell is this?"
I showed Mr. Mo the puppy kitten break, and he's like, why did you do this? And I was like, because I had to watch a lot of horrible people, so I just wanted puppies and kittens. And at the end of the video, you see one of the kittens' buttholes, and it's like the only way you can show a butthole on YouTube without getting dinged. So basically, I've both P and A in a tag that's supposed to be funny. Now, these are the things that I find hilarious that no one else notices, but it gives me a sort of happy feeling in my heart.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
We have P and A.
Well, I've got a new album that I've been working on. It's called Kicking Puppies.
Oh, nice. Sounds uplifting.
Well,
I think I already released the song for it too. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
We're going to, on Shizzy's channel, have a sort of pre-game for FNL. Get you guys ready. I am going to try to pull the body cams because I don't think Shizzy has met Hannah. Now, you guys, if you've been with me for a while, there is a body cam of a rather largesse lady who's just looking for love in all the wrong places, passing out in her car. And this woman manages to, like the 84 Bears offensive line, take out about 5 deputies with her girth.
I love it. Yes.
And she's got a 2-parter. Hannah.
Awesome. Even
Yeah,
better.
so it's going to be body cam shenanigans, us hanging out, tangents, all the glam, all the glitz, and, well, just me, really, probably, and Shizzy.
And I mean, well, we might invite a couple of people over for a bit, but it's sort of a pregame, like
Yeah.
to get your groove on, get you in the mood. I mean, we might even have a police chase. You never know what's going to happen.
I mean, it is LA, and it is Friday, so check caching places. I'm going to need you to keep your doors unlocked. Like, we need content. And honestly, really, it's not like they're doing anything for crime out there anyway. So I say, boost your sales, get on our stream, and we'll promote the crap out of you. I mean, but I would get those little windows with the bar-y things, just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it's more fun if they get trapped inside with you.
Oh my God, it'd be hilarious if you had, see, this is what I would do, but this is why God blessed me with ideas, but not the ability to do them, because I would turn it into like, I would have a bait store and then turn it into not deadly like Saw, but you have to, confess your crimes and put all this stuff together. And then when you think you get out, there's a cop standing there. So basically, I would kidnap someone, make them do games for my amusement, and then let them go to the police, which I think are felonious, activities, which is why God didn't make me good at soldering anything.
Just a little bad.
I would
So
think
you gotta
it would
start
be like
somewhere.
a public service.
Well, Jim just figured it out. So you've been flashing his kitty butt for giggles, Mo?
Pretty much, yes.
Yes.
To be fair, though, and Shizzy, you didn't hear about this. I did tell Volstorm this. So I may have like thoughts that I do attempt to filter out, but during the Stearns stream, I may have said a word that I've never said in my entire life on stream, and it involuntarily escaped out of my mouth.
What was it?
So it was right before he decided he was going to give a statement, and I might have said, "Oh my God, please keep your cock holster shut." Now, in my defense, it's futuristically true in the Sarah Boone sense, so I feel like it was just truth in journalism, but also a sincere statement from the rest of humanity.
Somehow I blame Yamaha.
You should.
Somehow.
You should.
Was he in the
Fair.
chat perchance?
It's my new favorite word, that and crap spackle, which is my own.
Crap spackle.
Yes.
Ew.
This might also be why Mr. Mo won't let me go to Lowe's anymore. Because I'm like, what's a fun word, crap spackle? And he's like, because I was like, spackle's a fun word by itself.
Yeah, spackle.
Yeah.
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 And he's like,
Crap
you just
spackle.
come here to
Crap
find funny
spectacular.
words to make things up. And I was like, it's kind of boring in here. Not going to lie. I don't know where all the nuts and screws go. It's not my jam. So I am, yes, using
Mo,
this as funny words.
How many kids do you have?
6.
You know where the nuts and screws go.
I think
it
she
was
figured
just,
it out.
well, it was just the consequence I was confused on for several years. Look, I should have known I'm bad at math and couldn't do the rhythm method.
How does this keep happening?
Look, I will say, and on my honor, look, the only one that really, really wasn't my fault was the youngest, most feral, because my brothers were drinking moonshine. And now,
What's that got to do with you?
okay, so what had happened was, okay,
This
so what
doesn't
had
sound
happened-
good at all. No wonder he's feral.
Okay, so here's what had happened though. So now it was on Memorial Day. It was very close to Mr. Mo's birthday. And for some reason, all of the kids were like being good and kind of, he was watching the kids. So I decided I was going to drink just a little bit of moonshine. And the problem is that you couldn't really taste it once you put it into Sprite.
Yeah.
And so I don't remember much of this, but he is, you know, Mr. Mo's birthday gift, which is why I don't get him anymore. I blame it on his 40th birthday, and, you know, poor Mr. Mo, the last one, he broke out in hives. I kid you not, because I was freaking out. So I'm sending my friend like this test with a really light line, forgetting that like our phones are really, really
Linked.
incestual. So he gets the photos too, which is why I can never lie about stuff, which kind of sucks for my life. But so I send her this test and he calls me. He's like, why are you even looking at those? And I was like, look, I'm just a little freaked out, but I'm sure it's fine. Like, I think it's a trick of the light. So, you know, he's in the med department in the military, brings me home a test. And I'm like, okay, what's it supposed to look like? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, and I've done this enough to know a line is a line is a line. Now this man is like, it's not really dark. I think we'll be okay. I was like, no, sweetheart.
No.
Which made him go into his vasectomy appointment the next week really, really fun. Do you want to know when it is hard to muster compassion?
Maybe I
for
should have
someone?
figured that out like, 4 or 5 kids before that.
Yeah, I felt sorry. I was not compassionate to Mr. Mo because I was in the throes of the worst morning sickness of the bunch. So he's like, I'm sore. And I'm like, and?
Yeah.
Go get some peas.
Uh-huh.
Poor Mr. Mo. He didn't get like all the sympathy. I was just like, nah, don't care.
Never
Although,
mind the
I will
fact that in
say-
9 months I'll be screaming, you did this to me.
Although I will say to my OBGYN, see, with number 5, he's like, I'll see you back in 6 months. I would like to confidently say that I made it 8 months, sir. So,
8 months.
how dare you?
See,
There is nothing that says breeder like having the double stroller and going in there a couple months pregnant.
Now I know why Youngest Most Feral is my favorite. He was born on moonshine.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's
Although I do
it.
contend that he is the only because I need a maternity test on that one. But he is the only, non-medically, documented case of 2 sperm coming together, because that's all I can figure is I housed them. I was like that chick that housed the people that killed Lincoln and still got assassinated. I'm like that chick. Like I kept the home, I kept the womb, and then he came out and it's not my fault. Like that's what I'm gonna tell Oprah. Like
Well, it's if you get to her house. 'Cause
Yeah.
She locks the gate.
Yeah. She locks
I'm
the
gonna
gate
go when
during
things aren't
natural
burning
disasters.
or the water ain't rising.
Oh, God. It's crazy.
Gotta love Oprah. A woman who talks about losing weight has, and again, not going to say much, but where I get mad at her is where she talks about parenthood. Now, I do give respect that she has beautiful chow chows, not going to lie, but that doesn't mean you're a parent.
No.
So
No.
how about you shut the hell up with parenting, chick? You have never, and I have an unmitigated rage for this woman because my mom got sucked into the Oprahology of the 90s, late aughts, early aughts. Like, oh, have you read the birth order book? Oh my gosh, you are an eldest girl. And I was like, yeah, I was born first. I thought you already knew this shit. Like,
Brilliant powers of observation.
Oh, jeez.
or the secret. Like you can
Yeah.
just manifest if you manifest into the universe what you would
Okay.
like.
I got a quick story about that one. That specific book. So my my wife's one of her best friends, gay best friend, he kept going on and on and on and on about this thing. Okay. So
Wait, Volstorm, does he know
Yeah.
how to do eyeliner? Like I
No,
might need
he-
his. I could
no,
need his
he
number.
doesn't dress up.
Damn it!
Yeah. Sorry. But so we happened to see it like at Sam's or something, and it was like dirt cheap. We're like, okay, why the hell not? We bring this thing home, we put the DVD in, we're watching it, and it's just like, okay, you're giving a lot of testimonials. Okay, what is it? What is it? And then you get to the ending of it, it's like, you've got to be effing kidding me. That's what this shit is? Basically putting positive energy into the universe will come back to you. No, it's called
Yes,
a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Hey, I lived through the 80s. I saw all the pyramid schemes. Okay.
Oh God.
Which is why I am starting a 100% for-profit charity called Mo's House. 100% of the profits and proceeds will go directly to Mo's House and or Sailor Moon Addiction. I am in fact the most honest charity ever. Wait for my CO13 or 501c3.
Amway, Kirby vacuums.
Yes,
Oh,
Amway.
God.
Oh my God, yes.
Mary
Okay.
Kay Cosmetics. I mean,
Okay,
you
for the
just
Kirby
name it.
vacuums, might I humbly suggest that they don't look like they're just off probation for stabbing someone? Because
know.
there's nothing I'd like better to do as a housewife with small children than bring a guy that has a tear tattoo right here and, a full sleeve. Not saying I profile, but I do profile if you're coming into my house. And I'm pretty sure your parole officer doesn't know you're out of the house with that little ankle monitor. So thank you for your vacuum. But no,
Well,
that's a no.
then there was the silver where, you could buy silver or some crap like that. And let's see, there was another one. The perfume sales. Those are my favorite
Yes.
ones. I showed up to one of those things, and because they were just like looking for musicians, I was like, oh, cool. Like, cool, I'll show up. So I get there and they're just like, all these people are sitting in chairs and this guy gets up and, would you like to make $100,000 a year? Why get you making 200,000, 300,000? And I'm just sitting there like watching this guy. And I was like, okay, what's the catch here? Well, tomorrow morning you show up here and we're going to show you how to sell this. You got to start from the ground up. And I was just like, you want me to sell perfume? Yeah, sure. I'll be here tomorrow morning, 9:00. See you then. We got your number. I was like, yep, you got my number.
8675309.
No, it was just the local sheriff's department. That's great. It just was like, I'm done,
Oh, no, I have a better one. My friend, so I was in college, 19-year-old Spazzy Mo, going to an Amway convention that I didn't know. I thought I was going to learn like job skills. So my indoor cat me. So the guy up there, and of course I thought he was a bit cute, so I went super spaz mode because that's how I attract men. So he's like, well, what do you like to do? And I was like, I particularly like to stay inside. I'm not a people person, tend to avoid, crowds and such, and tend to just kind of verbally vomit diarrhea with people that I find attractive. Like basically it was just on and on Moisms. Now, had I just captured that on screen, I could have been viral years ago.
Yes.
But instead he's like, I don't know that selling is a good thing, but I think we could work on your people skills. And that's where I was like, and no.
No.
No. No, I like me.
Yeah, I was like, oh, because that's what I told. I got put on the HOA. What committee do you think they put me on?
The welcoming committee.
Entertainment and like interaction with residents. So I said, I don't think y'all understand. I am here because I don't want to see a therapist. I would be happy living as Howard Hughes, without the pee and the boxes on my feet, because Amazon and and Walmart Now deliver. I am here because my potential parole officer personality says that if I don't get around people, I might stab them because I am not interacting with them enough. Is there anything I could do in the background? No, we got you on, planning parties.
No.
And that's, you know what you do for your first party? Lots of explosives. They don't invite you back again.
Pretty much. I was like, no, okay. So I did one party and I was like, this is not my jam. Just never showed up again.
No, you just get firecrackers for the little ones.
Yeah.
Look, the amount of functional alcoholism in my neighborhood is amazing. The fact that the golf course is still sustainable with the amount of booze that they use to drink and
That's
go
even
through
better
stuff.
because they light up faster.
Fair point, but I would be the only adult, and that's where I run afoul of my thing, because it would be fun to watch, but then I go into mom mode and I try to take care of people. And
Yeah.
there's
See, that makes me think of, I've been in some of these like nicer neighborhoods on Halloween where, you get the
We
little
get
kids trick or
mobbed.
treating and stuff, but you see the moms with the big old things of wine. There was even one house, they passed out candy and they had wine that they passed out.
that would be my neighborhood.
There's also places, I've seen places where they'll do they'll have Jello shots for the adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like they'll be handing out the candy and then they'll have
Oh
another
my
little
God.
tray that the kids can't get to. So the adults are coming by walking their kids and it's just like Jello shot. And they're just like,
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's my neighborhood. The only thing, crazier than the golf carts is the obituary section because it's all older people. So
well, now you know what house is up for sale soon.
fair point.
Wait, did you move into the retirement village too, Mo?
Not intentionally. See, here's my problem.
What color's the
I moved
loofah on
in-
your golf cart?
I don't have a golf cart. I want
Okay.
one, but I'd be tempted to possibly, again, things that are felonious, I stay away from, but temptations are there. And that's why I stay away from temptation. I just do. I do. You stay away from temptation and then you don't get in trouble. That being said, I apparently, we moved into the neighborhood of our county. Now, my impression of this is y'all are way too uppity for a town that doesn't have a Target.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we are the jewel of our county.
So
And I'm
where did
like,
they go to shop if they don't have a Target?
They go to what I like to call the San Francisco of Indiana, Bloomington. If you'd like to see Black Lives Matter, Free Palestine, and homeless people riding e-scooters, go to Bloomington.
Yeah.
I am on their tourism team.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, I know Bloomington now. Oh.
I don't go down there. Here's my problem with Bloomington. Generally, I am driving a giant 10-passenger breeder mobile. Like, you can see me coming from 10 miles away.
So don't block my way. Don't be out there
And then
gluing your
you
hand
have-
to the road because
You
your hand
have
is going to be left
white
on the road.
guy with red hair dreadlocks on the e-scooter just weaving in and out. I'm sure he's very baked and, God bless you, sir. I wish I was too. But I am driving a big goddamn red van. So I'm going to need you to pay just the slightest bit of fucking attention. Because
Don't
if
drive to
I run
Nashville
into
then.
you, I'm going to be on law and crime. And I cannot control this face. This face is contempt of court. So, for the love of God, pay attention when you're on those damn e-scooters, no matter how baked you are. This has been a personal service announcement from Mo.
Yeah, don't drive to Nashville because everybody drives those stupid little e-scooters, and they feel like they're allowed to be on the road with the other cars. Now, granted, especially the closer you get to Broadway, the more traffic there is, and those little fuckers will just drive out right in front of you, and I'm like, you have no idea how how much I want to run you over.
Well,
You have no
it's-
idea. I have no qualms about doing it. I've already pictured it in my head several times.
Well, see, then there's something stupid that these people, that especially bicyclists. Now, I've got nothing wrong with
Oh,
people
cyclists
riding bicycles.
are all getting sent to Arizona. When I'm president, no offense,
I don't
if the
mind
sport
them.
requires
No, I don't mind bicyclists. What bothers the crap out of me is whenever you ride four abreast, okay? And that is not proper. And you're going down a damn busy ass road riding four abreast and you can't get around them. What I've found out is they do stop doing that around me because I like to get next to them and then slowly pull in until they're riding single file. And that can happen one of two ways. Either they, someone decides to hit their brakes and slow down and get behind the other one speeds up, or they end up in a tangled mess into a curb. It does not matter to me. I have no problem giving, room to people on the road, but you also have to have that courtesy of, realizing that this is a road. This is where cars go.
No, my problem is that we live in a very hilly area. And hey, Mr. Dillweed, I know you got the Spados on or the spandex on. I know your balls are being, just tortured by that little seat. And you do have that little side mirror. So good for you. You look really snazzy. But if we're going up a blind hill on a curve and you keep waving me around like I'm a fucking moron, that would be a no. I'm going to be behind your behind until I can see up the blind curve. So stop waving me around, jackass. I'm not the idiot wearing spandex in public, okay? So, how about I know what I'm doing and I'll get around you because I really don't like being stuck behind you. Because, ew. Also, look, I get it. You're cycling. I feel very proud of you, but
Yeah.
that's it. All to Arizona. You're just all going to Arizona. Well,
Where it's
because they're
flat.
uppity near me. Because we got the a-holes from Bloomington that like to ride on our. Because we get weekend warriors out here who don't know the roads, who want to try to. That's the people I don't like. Like normal everyday cyclists, you need
Yeah.
to start policing your own because these dickweeds are making you look bad. You need to de-dickweed cycling.
Yeah, I think that anybody that's out hey, that's good for you, good exercise, and you're going somewhere maybe, or not. I don't care. It just they're you have to remember that those rules of the road are no different for a car than they are for a bicycle, and you don't see cars driving down the road four abreast so nobody else can get by them. They get
See,
tickets for
Shizzy,
that.
every time you say that, I think of twins.
Yeah.
When you
I
say
don't know.
four
The
abreast.
other thing that annoys me is you can tell the people that have lost their driver's license to alcohol because they've got the souped up Vespas that go like 35. And I'm like, those are the people I hate getting behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
The souped up Vespas, I'm just like, no, the temptation is real, y'all.
And I'll tell you, those things are dangerous because your center of gravity is really low. You hit a rock or a pothole, you're done.
Well, and it's not like I want anyone to get hurt. Again,
I
it's
do.
that arrogance.
Yeah.
I do, especially if you're going to be
Well-
that much of an ass.
Well, yeah, it's just don't be an ass. Don't be a dick. I'm fine with you cycling. Just you don't know this area. And I'm not going to take, driving instructions from a guy riding a bicycle. I mean, although, we do say don't take candy from strangers. And then on Christmas, we set our children on the strange velour bedecked man and tell them to tell him like what they want, their dreams and hopes.
While they're sitting on his lap.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
look, don't talk to strangers unless they're in velour and have a beard. It's a life rule I've learned.
Gosh. Well, no.
Well, you guys, I hope you are ready for our first ever pre-party stream.
Just
we
a little
are-
foreplay. Just a little.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out how to get that past YouTube. Friday foreplay.
Yeah.
And we even tried it with a number 4 and it still kicked it back. And then I felt like an idiot Gen Zer that couldn't spell. So it irritated the red foreman in me. I was going to kick my own ass. So I was like, no.
So you're tailgating. You're tailgating for FNL.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gonna have wangs and ribs. I mean, that's what I'd have.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday. It is the best day of the week because this week you're going to get the FNL tailgate with Mo and Shizzy. I may pop by. I don't know. Depends on my schedule. And, of course, tonight, live on the Experts channel, the one and only Friday Night Live.
Yes.
Chat.
Hell chat.
Hell yeah. I will see you guys later. I might be doing some videos. Is some stuff coming out in the Koberger documents. He has an entire assignment, so I might do a small video on that. And then there are plenty of stories out there, but I do have to go out in people, which really sucks.
Boo.
I know. But I am working on how to do it. But have we ever wondered what our two, America's momster sweethearts, if they happen to, suddenly become roommates, Lori Vallow and Sarah Boone?
Yes.
What would happen?
Yes.
Well, let's just say the hilarity, the comedy, and they join forces. Momsters forever. Cheese slices abound.
Monster chink. I mean, ink. Clink. Monster clink. There you go. Monster clink. That's what I meant to say. Monster clink.
It was nice having a channel. Look for Mo in the Not Deep End next time.
I'm so bad.
Have a wonderful day, you guys. I am redirecting you to the, pre-game, so you guys can set up notifications if you want to. Do all of the YouTube jazz that everyone asks you to. Don't be a momster. Be, as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, but have a sassy mouth and carry a can of bitch fire because squirrels are everywhere, y'all. Squirrels are fucking scary. I'm just going to take my camera outside and start doing a Steve Irwin with squirrels.
And this little bastard, he'll get to you.
Crikey, look at the chompers on that beauty.
I know, that's the problem. If I had technical skills, I would make a Rube Goldberg to launch them into something. God knew I couldn't handle any of these. He was like, with great mathematical ability comes great responsibility. And my first question was, how do I launch a squirrel? And he took away my mathematical abilities.
I got the perfect ability. Oh my gosh. I've got this wonderful, like big spring I was wondering what I could do with. And I'm thinking if I bury it low enough and put enough tension on it, whenever the squirrel goes for the bird feeder.
And if you don't have a camera set up for that, I will be ashamed of you.
Yes.
I got to launch them towards a tree because if I launch them the other way, well, that's the electric fence. That's not going to work.
No, that's even better.
I was about to say, as the Mo on your shoulder, most of me wants to say, do it.
The bear didn't run away because of the electric fence. He ran away because of the squirrel.
Weaponized ninja squirrels and
oh god, yeah.
Fire the bear repellent
gun. A Gatlin squirrel gun.
Oh god.
My luck, I'd probably end up with a chipmunk on there, and
and then you can scream, Alvin.
Alvin. A little barbecue and gravy at the bottom.
Oh god.
Next week on Friday, Shizzy's squirrel trebuchet and physics. Myth-busting squirrel style.
Something's gonna get busted.
Well, have a great day, you guys. I am going to go brave Sam's Club to get a new microwave because, and just a friendly reminder for those of you out there who have children, do remind them not to put metal in the microwave. It is bad and they will not get superpowers, even tangentially. But if you do live close to a nuclear plant, maybe swat those wasps just a little harder, and or tell me if you get any mutant powers. Bye, you guys.
Peace.
Peace.